BBC station for the capital, London Live, 94.9 FM. It's Gary Crowley with Super Tuesday, and if you're a regular listener to the station, you'll be no stranger to that track. That is, of course, the Gorillaz, and that was their first taster single. I think I'm right in saying Tomorrow Comes Today. And, well, what can I say? I've been joined by 3 members of the band. Welcome to the hallowed studios of London Live.
Hello.
We've got with us Murdoc. Welcome, Murdoc.
Hey,
bass player with the group. There he is. Noodle, who handles guitar duties. Noodle. What can I say? The pleasure, believe you me, is all mine. And finally, the man at the back there, the man with the sticks in his hand, the drummer Russell. Welcome to London Live.
What's up? What's up?
Can I just say that you know, you look wonderful in all your glorious Technicolor.
Thank you, Gary.
I've interviewed some characters, believe you me, guys, in my time, but never cartoon characters. So for that first, I thank you from the bottom of my wallet. Let's start at the beginning.
From the heart of your bottom.
That's right. Let's start at the beginning with a brief potted history of the band. Can you tell us where, how the whole thing started?
Oh, no. All right, no, I will. Okay, shall I?
Might as well. We're here now.
No, Gary, you know, thing is, you know, I met 2D, right? He's very, very sorry that he can't be with us today, because, you know, he's got a little bit of a cold.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit of a cold.
Murdoc, man. You threatened to kill him if he turned up.
Yeah, whatever. You know, anyway, what happened?
The truth.
No, it's not.
Everybody knows that's the truth.
No, that's a product of your fevered imagination.
Don't be talking about, I ain't mad.
Man, yeah,
don't be talking about my psychologicals over here.
Get some sleep, man. Get some sleep.
Oh, get some sleep?
Yeah, man, come on. You've been at it too long, you know.
Man, you've been
4 nights is a long time, Russ. You're seeing things that aren't there, man. You know, I'm sorry.
We're going to have a conversation.
Oh, excuse me, anyway. I met 2D and I was volunteering at the local loony bin, you know.
That's the same loony bin the brother put him in.
No, I nursed him out of a little coma that he was having. He was having a coma, you know, at the time. You know, but listen, Russ, you know, shut the old cake hole, will you, you know? The thing is with Russ, you know, he's always such a right-on brother, you know. Leave 2D alone, chill out, Murdoc, you know, right. Peace, blah, blah, blah. Listen, just remember, this is my band, you know, man, you know what I'm saying?
Murdoc,
it's my band.
You're such a twisted individual.
Thank you.
Guys, please, it's, you know, could get a little bit ugly here. I think everybody needs to let some air out of their tires.
Let's have a salad.
Come on, I'm hoping to have you here for at least half an hour. Well, why did you form the band? I mean, you know, what was the inspiration behind the coming together of Gorillaz? Was it boredom, you know, craving to do better than what's currently on offer out there in you know, this crazy world of pop music?
That's right. You know, you've kind of answered the question there, really. You know, but that's okay. You know, it's cool, Gal, because actually, you know, it's very natural, you know, to be bored with what's on offer musically today.
Ain't nothing on offer, that's right.
No, ain't nothing, that's right. There's a dearth of musical goodness. A dearth, you know. Anyway, thing is with us, we had punk rock, Gary, didn't we, you see? We had punk.
Certainly
we did.
Yeah, we flew that flag.
We flew that flag, we went up that flagpole and lots of people saluted us. No, you see, Russell here, you know, he had the old hip-hop. 2D had acid house, but poor little Noodle, she was left with nothing. Oh dear. But you know, I know. See our band, you see, guys, it's like the Clash down, you know, Sesame Street with a pocket full of pink whiz.
Calm down.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, I need to chill a bit here.
Too hype.
But what I would say to boy bands is beware, you know, because if I ever hear my music on in the background of pop stars again, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to begin a psychological campaign of terror on Davina McCall.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, really? How come last night I caught you watching that program?
But I was doing some research. I was thinking of particularly nasty ways in which I could mess her up.
You crazy.
Yeah, I am. And I thank you for that. Next question, Gary.
I'll tell you what, before I ask the next question, let me tell my listener that coming up a little bit later on, we're going to give you the chance to win one of 4 copies of the band's limited edition version of the album. The album, of course, was released yesterday. Clint Eastwood is on there. We'll be playing that and talking about that a little bit later on. And the first person to get through on the lucky London Live phone lines this evening with the correct answer will win a set of 4 T-shirts featuring all the members of the Gorillaz. That's all still to come.
That's the bomb T-shirt, yo.
Let's play another track from the album.
That's the bomb T-shirt there.
I'd like to
Believe it.
I'd like to play Rehash. Would anybody like to introduce that?
Oh, yeah.
Got to check the drumming on that.
Brilliant.
I've got the cartoon band that is Gorillaz with me here in the studio, the BBC station for the capital, London Live. We've got Murdoc with us, Noodle, and also Russell as well. Unfortunately, 2D is otherwise engaged. I think you said a cold, Murdoc, but we won't go into that anymore. Still to come, remember, your chance to win one of 4 copies of this limited edition version of the album, and also for the first person to get through a set of these 4 individual Gorillaz T-shirts as well. Let's talk about, we talked about how the band came together. The band all hail from various parts of the world. I mean, is that important to Gorillaz? And if so, how?
Well, as my granddaddy used to say, you got to keep an eye on where you're going, but you got to keep your mind on where you've been.
Yeah,
Garrett, maybe that's the wrong way around. Well, anyway, he was an old man, a little fuddy-duddy upstairs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Essentially, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.
No. It's where you're going to be going after you've just come from where you've been. It's more important, really, isn't it?
I think so.
I think that's right.
Yeah, well...
I think that's right, yeah.
Whatever.
But, you know, I think... Really, basically, the only hailing that counts, Gary, is hailing Satan, or a taxi. Either way, best bet is standing at a crossroads, really, isn't it? Hail Satan.
Well, how uncanny is that Noodle sort of shouting away there? Because Noodle is very much part of my next question. I really would like to know how you communicate with Noodle, because of course she's Japanese.
Actually,
Oh, man, I think
she wants something.
Yeah, I think she needs to go.
Russia's
a pee?
Yeah.
Jim, my producer, where is he?
She just said in Japanese, I want to water the horses.
Thank you very much.
You know what I mean?
Mistake the little fella.
Hey.
But getting back to my question, so how do you kind of communicate with Noodle? I mean, because I think the only...
Semaphore.
Semaphore, man.
Semaphore 5. It's a new way of communicating. That was funny.
He'd been up for 2 weeks. You got
really?
The colours, they've sort of all gone a bit grey. Everything's gone a bit grey. I've slept for 4 days. It's all right. It's normal for me.
As long as you're enjoying it,
that's the
most important thing.
Put the fog lights on.
I can feel another song coming on.
I can feel something. I don't know what it is. Pain. It's an interior sort of emptiness. But it's okay. Let's hear some music.
Thanks for sharing that. I'm going to play Punk from the album, which is one of my favourite tracks on the album. Would anyone like to introduce this? Give us a bit of background behind this song, perhaps?
Oh, that's a Noodle song, because the guitar, she liked that fast, acting stuff. I think she said Tuesday. I don't know why. I'm the only one that really understands what she's saying, because I studied a little Japanese up until the age of 10.
This has taken us to travel more from Gorillaz after Punk. The place to be on a Tuesday night down this end of the dial, the BBC station for the capital, 94.9 London Live. I'm Gary Crowley. I've got 3 of the Gorillas with me here in the studio. Keeping me company. Murdoc, who handles bass duties, Noodle, who's the guitarist of the band, and Russell, who's the drummer. And from the band's debut album, the eponymously titled, which was released yesterday, it's a lovely song that's entitled Slow Country. And as I mentioned earlier on, copies of that to be won very, very shortly, as soon as the guys come up, and girls, come up with a question for us. We talked about the formation of the band, and also
we did talk about that, didn't we?
Like a little G-force, the formation of the band.
It was to do with the tectonic plates, pushing together.
The shifting of the
continental shifts. I love a continental shift. Do you know, I like a frozen tundra as well. It makes me feel, I don't know, barren. I love it.
Wow. Frozen pizza.
Sorry, Gal.
Thank you. Right. Well, we talked about the formation of the band, but I want to talk about your A&R man, Whiffy Smith, and how the band actually got signed as well. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to this programme who are, musicians themselves, maybe, maybe in a band already, maybe in the process of forming a band.
It's a great story.
I mean, you guys, of course, got signed, I understand, after a near legendary gig at the Camden Brown House.
Right.
That must be one of the few venues that I've yet to visit.
That's kicking, man.
For those of us who weren't there that evening, can you tell us exactly what happened, what we missed?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, basically, it was like a full-on sort of riot down there. It went off big time, you know. It all came on top, you know what I'm saying? It all came on top, you know. 2D was decked, you know, before he could, like, get a word out, you know. I hit one guy with my bass. I mean, you know, Gary, you know, the cat was on my turf. You know, I'm going to chop the mother down, you know. And I think Russel and Noodle had, like, a pretty high body count.
Well, you know, suckers jump up to get beat down.
That's right.
At our gigs, in any case.
Anyway, well, you know, what happened was our man Whiffy, you know, he opened fire, you know, above the crowd with, like, a shotgun. That he always carries it with him.
He a little nervous.
Oh, yeah. He's a little trigger happy,
Something to do with his past.
Something to do with his pants. Or his past, yeah. Anyway, I mean, you know old Smithy, Whiffy Smithy, don't you? Or who doesn't, yeah. Anyway, so he restored order, you know. 2D came round, and off we went, you know. The rest, as they say, is hysterical.
You smell me, you can definitely smell Smithy.
Oh, baby, I can smell you.
You think you can smell me?
You're smelling good, bro.
You smell him before you see him.
I want to meet this man now after that description.
I'll never forget him,
I'm surprised that our paths haven't crossed.
No, you're lucky.
In all these years that I've been in this crazy business we call show. Well, let's talk about the album itself, if we can. As I mentioned earlier on, the album was released yesterday. I mean, there really is a variety of influences at work on this.
No, I think there's a mistake there. No, I was released yesterday. Sorry. No, the album was released yesterday.
You got released from the loony bin, that's all. So
don't want anyone storming out of the studio.
Right. No, he's right.
It's happened to me once before, but we won't go into that.
Only once in 20 years. Surely not. Sorry.
Come on, I'm asking the questions.
Yeah, the album's
Settle down now, settle down. So who are the people that have inspired the Gorillaz to make music?
Oh, there's a whole heap of brothers that come down, you know. Augustus Pablo's bass player, Junior Dan's on the track, Ibrahim Ferreira, he lent his magical tones, dulcet tones to the track, you know. Feeling Life, Feel Life Cypher.
There's a lot of people, you know.
Those cats, you know, a lot of cool cats.
Wide and varied, you know. Lonnie Donegan. Oh, no, sorry, I've gone into a parallel universe.
That's in the solo.
Oh, that's in my head. Oh, God, sorry. No, Chuck Jones, you know, did we mention him?
Chuck Jones?
John Cassavetes, Otis Redding, Peter Falk, oh, he's lovely.
Captain Caveman.
Captain Cook. He came back from a voyage and he influenced us.
He was cool.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, Ozzy Ardiles. He came, the brother's, you know, he can't speak a lot of English, but the brother got funk. And there's somewhere between the midfield, he can pinpoint a ball from 30 yards, and that's good enough for me.
Oh, a lovely movement, great vision. He had a tremendous engine as well, didn't he?
Yeah, beautiful.
He could get up and down, you know, box-to-box player.
Midfield general.
Oh, definitely, a prompter. Sorry. Talking football now, Gary.
I know, we've gone off on a tangent there. Not for the first time.
I went off on a tandem once for a holiday with Britt Eklund.
That where you went for 2 weeks?
Yeah, man, we went to Swanage. Oh, it was great. Have you ever been down there? Oh, Swanage. Oh. Sorry, Gus.
Shall we play another track from the album?
Yes.
Okay, we've heard So Far Tomorrow Comes Today, Rehash Punk, and also Slow Country. One of the loveliest songs on the album, for my money, is the instrumental Double Bass, which is...
oh, do you think so?
I don't
know. Oh, Gary, thank you.
No,
thank you. Thank you, man.
He only likes that track because it's got the word bass in it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it makes my heart sing, you know.
It's got a lovely sort of, maudlin, sort of melancholic feel.
Yeah, sort of Reginald, a nice Reginald. I don't know if anyone understands it. Yes, that's right.
See, the old ones are in this group, can't we?
Let's go.
London Live, 94.9, the BBC station for the capital, and from the Gorillaz debut album. That's the instrumental on the album that's entitled Double Bass. I don't know what sort of mood I was in, describing that as melancholic. It hasn't got a melancholic feel at all.
No.
I must stop taking those tablets.
Get the combination
the doctor
right,
gave me. I know exactly.
Yeah,
falling apart at the seams. But anyway, the Gorillaz are with me, 3 of them. Unfortunately, 2D could not be with us, but we've got That's Noodle there. Murdoc there as well.
Hi.
And Russell, the drummer with the band, is here as well.
What's up?
Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, the band have very, very kindly brought in 4 copies of the limited edition version of the album.
Hold on. We want them back.
Oh, you want that?
Oh, yes. No, I'll be coming back for them tomorrow.
Oh, there seems to have been a breakdown in communication.
Only joking.
Jeez, you are Murdoc, aren't you? Met people like you before. Right, so we've got 4 copies of the debut album, and also the first person to get through on the phones with the correct answer to the question that Noodle's going to set for us will win a set of 4 rather special, I think it has to say, T-shirts, which features all the 4 different members of Gorillaz as well. So, a terrific prize.
I'm the best.
Some prize.
I am.
We won't go into
they're going to choose for themselves.
We won't go into
No, I am.
Man, you're lime green.
I know. A rather nice shade of lime green as well, I think. Aww.
Noodle, would you like... This is going to be interesting. Now, this is a first on world radio. Noodle is going to... easy for me to say. Noodle is going to ask our question for us.
ゴリラーズが初めてやった例の有名なコンサートはどこだったでしょう？ A. ブラウンハウス B. タウンハウス C. ラウンドハウスわかった？
The question she asked was...
Thank God for Russell.
Yeah, well, a lot of people said that before, you know. It ain't the first time you... Excuse me?
Don't get chippy, man.
Excuse me?
Get on with the question, man.
The question she asked was, where did we play our first super underground gig?
Is it A?
The Brown House?
Is it B?
The Townhouse?
Is it C?
The Roundhouse?
Know the answer? Think you know the answer. These are the digits to hit. 020-722-4200. 020-722-4200. I think the guys gave the answer a little bit earlier on during the interview to the eagle-eared out there. 020-722-4200. We're looking for the name of the Camden venue that the band made their debut at and subsequently got signed at as well.
Didn't I ever tell you I saw an eagle with a beard?
What?
It's not joking. I actually saw one with a beard. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
The drummer?
No, an eagle with a beard. You know.
Yeah, the drummer from the band has a beard.
Oh, no. It was like a big bird of prey, and he had this really beautiful beard. You
Guys,
know?
I hate to
finely
interject,
chiseled,
but it is my radio show, and I'm going to do so. I want more music. I'm going to play 19-2000 from the album. Who's going to introduce that one for me?
Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, but he can't be with us tonight, so... Russell?
Thank you. Well, 19-2000 kind of speaks for itself. It's, on the cusp between one century and the other.
You got it, brother. He understands.
Gary Crowley on the BBC station for the capital, 94.9 London Live, and that's Gorillaz. And from the new album, that's a track entitled 5-4. We've got a couple more tracks still to come. We've got Murdoc, Noodle and Russell from Gorillaz, keeping me company. And 4 copies, of course, of the limited edition version of the album up for grabs here, 020-722-4200. Plus, remember, the first person to get through on the phones gets to go home with a set of these T-shirts, 4 T-shirts featuring all the individual band members of Gorillaz. 020-722-4200. We want to know. We'd like to know where the band made their London debut and subsequently got signed as well. A venue in Camden. Is it A?
The Brown House?
Is it B?
The Townhouse?
Or is it C?
Round the house.
There you go. 020-722-4200. Little Jim's waiting for your calls right now. Now let's talk about the guy who sort of oversaw the recording, nay, the making of the Gorillaz album.
Nice guy.
You've chosen
Nathan Making. He's a lovely fella.
That's some 14th century type.
Nathan. A lovely fella.
Gary Chaucer.
Gary Chaucer.
You've chosen to work with cult Japanese-American producer Dan Nakamura. What I'd like to know is what he's done before. He's a new name to me. And what made him write for Gorillaz as well?
Well, Dan's done a lot of stuff with Prince Paul. And he also did...
And Prince Philip. Oh, no, I'm imagining that. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think that stuff's coming out yet.
Sorry, I've spoilt the interview again.
Crazy fool. Dan did a lot of stuff with, as I say, Prince Paul, who everybody knows, a producer for De La Soul, a whole lot of hip-hop. And he also done a lot of production for Dell, who lives within me as an embodied soul.
Oh, Dan. You're talking about Dan.
I'm talking about Dan.
Sorry.
Dan the man.
You're talking about Don. You know, Don the man with the... Yeah. Sorry, don't talk about that on the air.
Okay.
No, right.
Thank you.
Bastard. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Calm down, man.
I'll have to edit that out, actually. Sorry,
I met Dan on the Million-Man Left Hand March in Washington. He's a lefty hip-hopper like myself. So we hit it off. I mean, when I say we hit it off, we didn't, we just talked and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we understand,
Noodle got that one.
Okay.
Hit it off. Funny.
Thank you.
Sorry.
And you've been working with Dale ever since. And seeing as me and Dale, as I said, are two in one, that is, he's an embodied spirit that lives inside me. Kind of like he's the genie and I'm the bottle.
Yeah.
But don't be rubbing me up the wrong way.
Yeah, see, check this. He's telling the truth here.
Well,
it sounds far-fetched, but, it is the truth, Gary.
Well,
Amazing.
Well, Dale got a shot, he caught a shot in the foot way back when we were doing our own little band. And as I laid down behind the car, his spirit kind of entered me. Spiritually, that is. Don't be confusing nothing. And, it was natural to team up with Dan because Dan worked with Dale and Dale worked with me. So that's how he got involved in the whole Gorillaz thing.
What was the question again?
Run that by me
Russell,
again.
you took us around the houses there, didn't you?
I'm sorry about that. It was pretty, though.
I tell you what else I wanted to ask as well, because I know that you've called on a few friends to lend their services as far as the making of the album is concerned as well. Can you give us an idea of who else is featured on the album? Russell?
There's Junior Dan, who played, as I said before, with Augustus Pablo.
Yeah, man.
There's
really good.
He's crazy.
Tight,
that brother's on.
Oh, yeah, he's on, man. He's on fire. He is literally on fire.
Well, he gets a little hot.
Oh, maybe it's my...
Yeah.
Right.
She liked that word.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
My vision's not what it was, Russ.
Yeah, that's because Don isn't around yet. Give you those, we can't talk about.
I can't say anything. Maybe that's good. Yeah, maybe it's good. I'll just go with it.
Should we let Murdoc have a lie down when we play another track from the album?
Ow.
Okay, I'm going to play Rock the House next from the Gorillaz. We're playing tracks from the new album. We've got Murdoc, Noodle and Russell keeping us company this evening. Would you like to tell us about Rock the House?
Go on, Noodle.
Rock the house!
BBC London Live, the BBC station for the capital, and that's Gorillaz featuring Dale on lead vocals, doing the rap there. Murdoc and Noodle and Russell keeping me company here in the studio. And what I also wanted to ask you... Thanks for that, Noodle. What I also wanted to ask you, because I know this is important to you as well, I know your website is where you can expect to find the Gorillaz in their natural habitat.
Well said, man.
For people who haven't logged on, what can folk expect when they get there?
Oh, man.
Oh, tell them all about it, Russ.
Well, we got so much going on online. I don't know where to start.